Next is the weekend rewind, and we're going to start first with Miles College. They were able to pull off the home win, a close one, a really dramatic close one. Their defense led the way in this one. Um, they were able to beat Carson Newman in a one-possession game. Jared Hoffman, our intrepid Division II reporter, watched what he could of the ball game because streaming service sucks in many places. So Jared, what you can gather from the outcome of this one, how did Miles College pull out this win?
Well, as you said, I can't speak much about the first half because the stream literally was out for the entire first half. And Virginia Union stream was choppy. So we'll get when we get into that game. But what I can say about the second half is that Miles responded very well to adversity. The second half didn't go the way they wanted to offensively. They bent, but they didn't break. That Carson Newman rushing attack was lethal in the second half, but they kept them out of the end zone, and the defense made plays when they needed to, and it led to their victory. They had some scary moments. They gave up they nearly gave up a wide open reception that would have extended the Carson Newman drive on fourth down in the final minutes. But luckily, the receiver dropped a pass. Then they had another scenario where things could have went wrong when on third down, when they had a chance to run out the clock, Gennaro Scott fumbles the handoff, and Carson Newman gets the ball back. But Miles finishes off the game, gets the interception in the final minutes to seal the win and come away with their first ever Division II playoff win. So an amazing effort by that defense to, just to be resilient and overcome all of the adversity they faced. I think they're going to have a tough test against Valdosta State, who is undefeated on the season. Everybody who follows Division II playoffs knows about Valdosta State's reputation. Even when they have down years, they are still a tough out. And it is going to be a tough ask for Miles to go on the road and beat a team who has not lost all year, but if the defense continues to play like it has and the offense puts up a better effort, then a better showing than what they put up in this game against Carson Newman. If the defense is able to give them a short field like they did in this game, there was a key turnover in the first half in which Miles was able to give the defense was able to give the offense a short field, and in 2 plays they scored. So that's the recipe: giving this offense a short field so that they don't have to go down the field. Because even though they have some talent in that offensive unit, it's not to the point where you want them going 80 yards down the field, 70 yards down the field. You want them to be sort of at midfield, or if you can, past the midfield into the opponent's territory to, score the ball. So I think that it's going to be a tough ask for Valdosta State, but this is a great win for them.
Yeah, Chris. So what does this win mean for Miles College? I mean, they were kind of like maybe one of the favorites to win their conference, but they came on strong at the end. Obviously, they blew out CAU in the championship game to reach the playoffs. How much confidence does it give them moving forward, even though they play Valdosta State the next round, a very tough team, to be able to win a close game like this?
Well, they were the most consistent team in the SIAC by a country mile. I mean, they went undefeated. I mean, that speaks for itself. But I think what this speaks to is Sam Shade's ability to build a program. As Jared has pointed out before, his first year they were 1-9. 2023 they were 6-4. This year they are 10-2 now and into the second round of the Division II playoffs. So it's proof that if you have a program in place, if you have a coach in place and you let him work, and we'll talk more about that later on in the show. If you let your coach work, if you give him the resources, if you give him the latitude and the room to operate, you'll get results. And Miles right now is riding on a high. I mean, Carson Newman, we talked about just how brutalizing their run game was, and that run game came alive in the second half, but it still didn't matter in the end because Miles was just that much more of a step ahead because they believe in themselves. They believe in they believe their conference is tough, even though they made a shambles at a conference this year. But this is a really good football team. I think we slept on Miles as one of the very best in Black college football, and they deserve a ton of credit for winning the SIC in the manner they did, winning this game in the manner they did. And I think they're going to, I mean, as Jared said, Valdosta State, I mean, their nickname is the Blazers for good reason. I mean, they got guys that can get up and down the field in a hurry. So this is going to be a game where that Miles defense gets put to the test. But if they can show up, and as Jared says, that offense just gives them a little bit more, I think you probably need at least 28 to hang with Valdosta. If they can get 28 and hang with Valdosta, then they got a good chance. So kudos to Sam Shade and that Miles College team for doing the doggone thing. And we definitely going to be supporting them this weekend.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about on Wednesday leading up to the game and our breakdown of the Division II playoffs was like, how would Miles College react to their offense not being what it was in conference play? And I wanted to see how they would do. And they responded well. They didn't make the big time mistakes. They didn't panic because it was a postseason game. They stuck with their game plan, and they were able to still be successful despite some struggles early on. So it does give me confidence that they couldn't stay with Valdosta State. It's going to be a very difficult game for them to win because Valdosta State is one of the top teams in Division II. So we'll see how it goes on Saturday. But I think, with maybe a few breaks here and there, this game could be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah, and I just think that all season this offense hasn't really been like the Clark Atlanta offense. This defense has gone as the team has gone as the defense has gone. That's how it's been all season, and that's their recipe to winning a championship. Now, if they had a Clark Atlanta offense, which is a lot to ask of a team that already has a dominant defense, I would have no doubt that they can go on the road to Valdosta State and do work. But you're going against a disciplined Valdosta State team that is coached by a man who is going to be at either the FCS level or the FBS level next year. He is going to get some calls. I forget the name of their head coach, but I know he's come from the Black college, used to be on a Black college coaching staff. He is a guy that has this team playing disciplined football. So this defense making the impact against that Valdosta State team is going to be the key. And that's going to be a tough ask because this is such a well-oiled machine in Valdosta State. So I'm curious how Sam Shade prepares his team. I really think that scheduling West Alabama and playing so well against West Alabama in the season opener, although they lost, that was a great recipe for Miles, and I think that they have continually just gotten better from there. So hopefully they can draw some things from that game. Hopefully they draw some things from this win against Carson Newman, and they take it into Valdosta State and they put up a big performance and hopefully come out with a win.
Yeah, Valdosta State is coached by Tremaine Jackson, who spent time as a D-line coach at Texas Southern. Yeah, he's definitely going to get some looks either at the FCS level or the FBS level. He's a very good football coach.